data stories move the audience to learn. However, this is a means toward an end. Stories teach so that people may act on the knowledge they got. Data stories achieve this by challenging prior assumptions, offering new causal relationships to understand the world, supporting those causal relationships to show they are better than the alternative, and finally convincing the audience to act based on the new knowledge. The best way to explain this process is, as usual, by telling a story. Let us go back to 1854. The Crimean War is roaring, and a team of 38 British nurses has been recruited to treat wounded soldiers at a British military hospital in Scutari, Turkey. Among them is a young woman who will revolutionize battlefield medicine, Florence Nightingale. At the time the team arrived in Scutari, thousands of soldiers had died there. However, the commanders tended to shrug this off. They considered medical casualties as a cost in the business of war. For them, death in war was unavoidable. Nightingale gathered extensive data on mortality and death causes among hospitalized soldiers. Her data showed that only 10% of deaths were the result of battle wounds. The rest of the deaths were due to preventable diseases. This challenged the hypothesis common among the commanding officers that mortality was high due to the brutality of war alone. Furthermore, Nightingale found that most deaths were due to contagious diseases linked to the hospital's poor sanitation. She proposed an alternative explanation. It was not war that killed, but ignorance and negligence. Once armed with the numbers that showed that most deaths were due to contagion, which surprised the commanders, Nightingale could move to another step in her narrative: act to reduce the death rate. She showed that the losses could be lowered simply and cheaply. Change the bed sheets and flush out the sewers. Her actions reduced mortality rates from 40 to 2%. In summary, Nightingale acted like a master data storyteller. She told a better story about the causes of death, proving with numbers that the assumed causes for high hospital mortality should be replaced with new, surprising causes. Then she acted, showing that her findings can bring down the numbers. Furthermore, all involved learned and grew intellectually and organizationally, the soldiers and their commanders alike. Nightingale's data story was used in many other wars, and battlefield healthcare improved significantly. Over the decades, cleaner and prompt care reduced the dreadful toll of non-combat deaths by a factor of 10. In the 1850s, for each soldier dead of gunshot, 9 died of disease. During World War I, as terrible as it was, only 1 soldier died of disease for each soldier dead on the battlefield. As for Nightingale, her work is memorialized not only through the many soldiers she saved from sure death, but also as the creator of modern nursing and a predecessor to the organization that benefited from her data stories, the Red Cross.